Hello Aquarius and welcome. Thank you for joining me and spending some of your day with me today. We're going to take a look at a reading for your week ahead, July 13 to July 19. And let's see what the energies are bringing forward for that. Number 26, okay. I'll just have you take a look at the imagery for a moment. We'll set that right there. So 26 is all about elemental. This elemental energy is calling you to connect to the mighty and loving force of the planet. Try gardening, get a houseplant, go for a hike, sit on the grass in the park. Open yourself to the energy of the earth in every activity you do. Feel the pulse of life in the plants. Embrace the magic of creation and play with the beauty and bounty that Mother Earth provides. Give your gratitude and prayer to all that you eat. Creating an intimate connection with Gaia heals the earth and opens you to new levels of energy, connection, and communication in a very powerful way. So Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius moon, and we tend to spend a lot of our time sort of looking outside of ourselves and the bigger picture in the universe and all the concepts and ideas. But the message this week for you is it's time to focus on spending time in your natural world, to get yourself grounded into Gaia and to walk on the ground, feel the grid system and feel that beautiful energy coming through. Take a look at the nature around you. If you go for a walk down by the lake or water, it's so healing. Being near water is always cleansing and healing. It's renewing, right? Okay, so let's take a look and look a little deeper, Aquarius, into the ways that perhaps that will manifest this week. So we have Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between, Elephant Spirit, learn from the past, and Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. Okay, so the storyline that's presented here is, and we've got 25 and 26 together as well, okay? So the storyline that's coming here is embracing the in-between is, that's about embracing the time in between projects. It could be on the physical, where it's embracing that time in between, that time to relax, that time between a project end and a project begin. So perhaps it is you've been super busy lately, Aquarius. You've been working through some projects. You've had a job endeavor, a career, something with your career where you're moving through and it's tying off, and that it's that time in between the ending of the one and the beginning of another. That can be the in-between, but the in-between can also be, that space, that connection between the physical and the ethereal as well. And to embrace all parts of that journey, that connection, and the steps to get there with ascension, right? So embracing the in-between is the first one. Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. So in terms of the connection to the main card here, which is all about connecting to the earth right now, Aquarius, and sort of finding that balance of getting grounded in the physical and the here and now. Elephant Spirit is asking you to just this week, things may come up from the past, some memories, some old issues, perhaps some people from relationships may try to come forward. If you're in meditation, if you meditate, then you may have things coming up that need to be looked at without judgment. And the idea is to get yourself into a space this week and preferably connected with nature, preferably sitting in the grass, by the water, wherever there's a space where you feel very comfortable and very grounded and very at peace. Find a space like that this week and when these things come up, use the energy of Mother Gaia's earth. Use the energy of the beautiful pulse of the water and the moon working together to help heal those things. Look at those things. Don't push them away, because when we bring the shadow to the light, it loses its power, right? So take some time this week. You're being asked to connect down here. You're being asked to leave the space, Aquarius, where a lot of us spend our time, and come back down and get connected, because there's some things that you need to work through that are going to come up, that are going to help you to propel you on your journey forward, because we're ever evolving, right? Ever evolving. So we've got Wolf Spirit here, turn knowledge into wisdom, and it's in the protection position, which suggesting that perhaps there's been some things that you haven't wanted to maybe look at in the past, Aquarius. Some things that have been a challenge for you to perhaps face, and that could be personal, in relationships. It could be, again, with your job. Perhaps you're not satisfied in your job, or there's a bit of conflict or dissonance there where it doesn't fit for you and what you feel is your calling. But this card in the protection position, it indicates that you're not taking perhaps your experiences, Aquarius, and using those experiences and the lessons to propel you forward and to heal what's in there that needs to be healed. Okay, and that goes along really well with the elephant spirit, learning from the past, because when we take a look at things, and we realize our self-worth, when we walk our path and realize our self-worth, we take a look at the stuff, whatever that stuff is that comes up. And it's different for all of us, right? But this week, there's something coming up where you're asked to recognize your self-worth. You're asked to put yourself first, following that independent cat spirit. Take a look at it. Don't be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid of it. It's a memory. It'll bring up feelings, but those feelings will dissipate when you look at those events and feelings from that space without judgment. There's no need to judge yourself right now this week. Just be gentle, move at a pace that works for you. Make sure that you connect somehow with the earth. Get your feet in the ground, lay on the ground, sit under a tree, sit in the park where there's beautiful lush gardens, somewhere where there's water, whatever works for you. Okay, but it's time for you to take a look at some things that are coming up, and then to turn the lessons for those things. You may see them in a new perspective once you give them the space to come up and heal. And turn that knowledge into wisdom. You're a wise person. You're a wise soul. You are a connected, infinite co-creator. And Aquarius, this is really important that you get yourself, clear, energetically. And this is a beautiful way to do that. And Spirit is saying right now, this week, it's time for you to take some time for that. It's some time to step back, time to connect back down and get grounded, and bring yourself the balance, as above, so below. Aquarius, we tend to spend a lot of time in the above, as I've mentioned. So, it's time to get grounded. It's time to get connected. Gaia's energy is changing all the time. It's shifting with this fifth dimension. The grid lines are all changing, and the love that's coming up is just beautiful. And you'll be able to set your imprint as well. And the world needs our energy. It needs for us to heal and move through. So let's take a look at one more card, just to round out the week, Aquarius. And it looks like it's going to be a nice week where things are going to open up for you. You're going to open up some energetic space in your physical being and in your cells, and heal a little bit and find some balance. Okay, and citrine, bring the light. Citrine is such a beautiful, happy stone, and it's got this beautiful, loving energy. It's kind of the yellow, a yellowy color, and that has to do with the solar plexus chakra, which comes back to the cat spirit energy and self-worth, and realizing our self-worth and being open to do the inner work and the healing. You're such a wise, wise soul, Aquarius. It's time to take some of that disconnect. Get yourself grounded this week, okay? And find a space where you can take a look at this stuff a little bit and allow that to heal as you're connected. Let that soak into Mother Earth and let that energy transmute, okay? So we'll pull one advice card for you to end out your reading, Aquarius. These cards are sticky today. Okay, the truth doesn't come with words. It's something that I just know. It's something that I can feel without words, and it's called silent knowledge, okay? The truth is silent. So for me, I call that knowing. You just know what you know, what you know. So it's when somebody talks, you know, and the words are there, but the body language and all the signals just don't add up, and you know that there's something that's not quite right with that, right? So this is about following your own truth. For me, with the message of this week, it's about following your own truth, taking the time to get connected with Mother Earth, and to go inside and take a look at what's coming up for you with the elephant spirit, learning from the past, because things are going to come up. And then turning that knowledge, turning those lessons into wisdom. Okay, Aquarius, so those are your messages for this week. It looks like a beautiful healing storyline. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I appreciate your sharing a little bit of your day with me. And until next time.